Alrighty, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drones and Entertainment. We've got a great show for you guys tonight. We're going to be talking all about drones. I mean, the usual stuff everybody was talking about earlier this week. We're going to, go into detail even deeper. So hold on. There we go. I gotta mute my live stream over on YouTube. Anyhow, so let's get this show on the road. Let's welcome all the way from the land down under where they just celebrated Anzac Day. Yeah, sounds like an acid tablet, but it's not. Let's welcome Dominic. Welcome.
And good morning to everybody, and good evening to everybody else.
Yeah.
The other thing is we have Anzac biscuits as well.
Ah, okay.
And the basis behind it is that it was a biscuit that was developed during the war, and it is strictly controlled by the government and the Department of Veterans Affairs, where the ingredients must follow exactly the recipe, because the term Anzac, which is Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, is very heavily regulated by the Department of Veterans Affairs, and you cannot use the name unless you have a specific charter, let's say.
Oh, okay.
And the basis behind it is it has to be chewy as well.
Chewy and boll weevils too.
Yeah. It's a little bit moist. It's not too. It can't be too thick, and it can't be too thin. It has to break carefully like that. And then when you eat it, it breaks up in the mouth.
Okay. Well, let's welcome. This guy is not moist, but he is persnickety and sometimes pugnacious. Let's welcome all the way from Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's Londonard.
There he is.
Wow.
Wow.
Welcome. Man, we had the cherry festival. The cherries all have to be a certain size, and they'll have to be a certain color, and they're regulated by the government to have an exact amount of tartness, and the pits can't be any bigger than, I mean, what? What?
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
What a way to suck all the joy out of the you know what I mean? It's like, holy crap. You know? Yikes. All Christmas trees must be exactly 2 meters tall, with an exact ratio from the top to the bottom of a 30-degree angle. With exactly 27 branches or whatever. Is like each branch cannot have any more than 413 bristles on it, or needles on it, or whatever. Needles is a better word. Yeah, gee, the trunks can't be over 3 inches in diameter.
Right.
Yeesh. Yeesh.
More needles than a heroin den.
Exactly.
Yeah, the exact same amount. By law, or else. What if you cook your own biscuits at home? Do you have to follow that exact recipe? Or is Gestapo's going to show up at your house? The cookie Gestapo?
Yeah.
Then though you have unregulated biscuits in there, you will open the door and you will show us your biscuits.
Yep, exactly. Yep. We live in a nanny state, so yep.
Oh, baby. Your biscuits are not exactly the right amount of chewy.
Very interesting.
That's crazy. But it's cool if that's what they want to do, But it just sounds all like I wouldn't be participating. I'm like, yeah, okay. Never mind. That's too much work. Y'all go ahead. Is that all you're allowed to eat today? Is those biscuits, Dominic? Is that what's up?
Most definitely, yeah.
Or else?
Yeah. You only get to see them. You only get to see them about a week in the shops.
Okay.
So when you go and buy them,
Okay. And it's got to have a certain amount of boll weevils in there too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Your caramel apples will only be sold.
So how about that Mavic 4? When's it coming out? Who knows? I don't
May 13th.
know. He's what's up first? Who's
May 13th.
May 13th.
Everybody knows that. Yeah, it's May 13th.
Yeah.
Oh, righty.
May
Let's
13.
welcome all the way from Port St. Lucie, where he is dry everywhere. Let's welcome Uncle Bill.
Extra juicy. Oh, he's got Mike and Lloyd with him. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. That's about as animated as Lloyd normally is, so it's a pretty good stand-in.
The face of COVID-19 right there.
Yeah, right there,
This was Monday.
The poster.
Before we took our old man nap in the middle of the afternoon and woke up sick.
Always good.
Huh?
It's always good to have a nap.
Oh, yeah.
I had one yesterday, so I'm happy.
I might take one on the stream.
Wow. I had a series of naps last night.
I had a nap I'd finished watching the Anzac Day parade, and then we had the Anzac Day football. So,
Anzac Day football. Okay.
Yeah, 92,500 people there.
Okay.
That's all
and
that's
it rained
allowed.
all day. It rained.
So what was it? Was it the New Zealanders and Aussies against the Turks in that game?
Yeah.
We're 3.5 people right here.
Yep.
3.5 men. So the parade was like they had exactly 18 horses with exact colors.
They've always got the exact amount of regulations during that parade.
I could just imagine though, for real. And you will have exactly 18 horses?
Yeah. Oh, and they have to be
more
like
on it?
3 meters apart. You know,
exactly.
Yeah. Because we wouldn't want to have any collisions there.
They all have to have 4 legs.
Yes. No more than 4 legs, no less.
Mm-hmm.
2 nostrils.
All hooves must be brightly polished.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys talking about? Why are there Nazis telling people what to do?
They have a biscuit day.
And we were talking about the Anzac biscuit, which is a biscuit. I've just eaten them all, but it's a biscuit that is heavily regulated by the government ingredients. It has to be exactly that, or it's not allowed to have the word Anzac on it.
Yep.
You
could be arrested.
Anzac. ANZAC, which is the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's very prestigious.
Yeah. April 25, 1915, when the troops of the Australian and New Zealand stormed the beaches of Gallipoli on the morning of that date.
And they brought those biscuits with them?
No, they made the biscuits while they were there when they were having their tea. And that's all they had was those ingredients. And ever since then, it's been that way because of a government intervention.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When did you start vaping?
About 4 years ago.
Oh, really? You don't usually do it on the stream.
Yeah, but I got a new one because my old one is packed in, and it's maybe because it's either a little bit bigger or a little bit louder. I've noticed.
Oh.
And I do that. I go. A bit louder.
Luke,
Luke.
I am your father.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a wimpy cloud. You can do better. Come on now.
I remember that when vaping first started, and everybody's getting bigger and bigger ones, and competing about how you're driving behind somebody, and holy crap, looks like their car's on fire. There's like two people vaping in there. It looks like their car, especially in the winter, there'd be so much
Donald,
steam
they're
coming out of it.
different. They're different. I like Oreos and I like Anzac biscuits, but
Yeah. Well, what
the
about
trouble
Tim?
is Anzac biscuits you can only get for like a month in a year.
Oreo is a cookie, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I mean,
They're not biscuits though.
They're not biscuits, no. But I like Oreos.
Mhm.
Oreos
Thank
or
you. I appreciate that. On behalf of all the Oreos, I'd let you know we really appreciate your endorsement.
Yeah.
And Oreos are fairly hard to find here.
there's one right there.
Not here, man. Everybody and their brother. There's a lot of race mixing around here, so Oreos are around every corner. They had one for president for a minute.
Yeah. Well, now we have an orange one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
You get those in Halloween. The orange Oreos. You get them in
Now-
Halloween time.
Now let me ask you, Dominic, you like Oreos. Now, do you do the thing where you twist them open,
yes,
scrape off the cream first,
Yes.
and then eat the cookie separate?
yes.
I do too, but actually the cream's still not my favorite. I'm scraping it to get it out of the way because I like the 2 chocolate wafers. I'm like the opposite. I
Yeah.
like the wafers. They're good with,
Do
You're not a
you,
double stuff guy.
with a
me too. I like doubles.
not me.
I like
He
to
likes the
dip it
creamy
in
center.
milk.
Not me. I'd rather see 3 wafers, with cream in it like a Big Mac.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to do that with Tim Tams though, because you'd have to basically scrape off all the chocolate. It's basically 2 graham crackers, similar concept, but it's like that, and then you've got more of a caramel cream in the middle.
Hires? Do you mean Hydrox?
He probably
Hydrox.
means
Yeah,
Hydrox. He
that's
probably
right.
means Hydrox. Lloyd
Yeah.
really looks like he's there with you. Your green screen game is pretty good tonight. It's pretty clear. Yeah.
Yeah, they're both saying about as much as they usually do. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Yeah, Hydrox was actually older than Oreos, by the way. They were
Yes,
first.
that's right. Mhm.
don't know that biscuit. No,
Yeah.
cookie biscuit, whatever you call them.
I mean, Hires is a root
Yeah.
beer.
Hires is
Okay.
the root beer. Yep. And
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Coolcat. I would use a fork if I was going to dip it in milk.
mhm. So Dominic, who is FTFO?
I cannot remember his name. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you made him he's a
Yeah,
moderator.
he's been in a regularly for the last
Yeah,
couple
he's
months.
been around. I see. I'm like, I'm trying to think. Nobody's ever mentioned his name. And I'm like,
I heard it
what
once
is
and I
his
can't.
name? Yeah.
He
Well, he's
means
got-
hires,
he's got-
apparently.
236
Hires.
subscribers and 97 videos.
More than me.
So he's real.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
Hydrox.
been on.
Okay.
He's real as a donut, motherfucker. Well, whatever.
Yep.
Real as a donut.
And we got both Steves. We got Steve Janess and Steve Knowles.
And there are no other Steves
And we got
in the world.
Don. We got Michael Coolcat. And we got some guy named FTFO Media. Don't know his name, but maybe he'll let us know and we'll find
Bob.
out.
His name
And we
is
got
Nick.
Nick.
There you go.
Shot. Huh?
Nick, yeah, I had heard it. Yeah,
Oh, Nick?
thanks, Nick.
Oh, okay. Nick. Now, Nick, Patty.
Well,
Mike,
we'll take. I'll write that one down now because I
Yeah,
did hear
there
it
you go.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there's not many, drone pilots named Nick.
No,
Everybody's either Steve, Michael, Lon, or Bill.
Yeah, Bill. There's a few Bills.
What? How many
A
lawns
few
are there?
Johns.
Thousands.
Yeah.
They're on every corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Hey,
fill me in on this Hydrox thing.
It's just
Oh,
another
Hydrox.
cookie brand that's been around forever.
Yeah, it came out before
A name
Oreo.
of a cookie called Hydrox.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a medicine you take.
No,
Yeah.
Hydrox.
I agree with
Hydrox
that.
is like the original Oreo cookie.
Yep.
Okay.
It's 2 chocolate wafers with a cream filling. Yep.
Although they taste slightly different.
They do.
I mean, at least to me. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I agree with that.
And
Yeah.
they're pretty popular in the Southeast, I believe.
okay. Well, I'm gonna.
That's where the factory is, I think.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. I'm just looking them up now.
Hydrox is a cream-filled chocolate sandwich cookie
Yeah.
currently owned and operated by Leaf Brands.
Uh-huh.
It debuted in the United States in 1908.
Shit.
Mhm.
Yes,
Where?
Yeah.
Was it New York or somewhere?
And was manufactured by Sunshine Biscuits for over 90 years.
Right.
Oh,
Largely
where was that?
discontinued in 1999.
It says United States, Leaf Brands, Sunshine.
I remember
we got
Sunshine
Okay,
because they also had
reintroduced.
Cheez-Its. They did Cheez-Its too.
Well, they've been owned by a couple of companies. They were owned by Sunshine Biscuits. They were owned by Keebler from 96 to 2001. Then Kellogg Company got them from 2001 to 2014.
Yeah, and then Ferrero took it over,
Who?
Ferrero.
as in Rocher.
Rocher. Yeah.
As in the Rocher, yeah.
Yeah.
What's this?
Bob Casey. Welcome.
And I think you'll find Ferrero also owns Nutella.
Leaf Brands, it says. Welcome to Hydrox. Owned by Leaf Brands. And they go to the website. That's the only thing they have on there is these cookies.
And where are they manufactured?
I'm trying to
I
find
know
out.
where Keebler and Kellogg's are. Here. Here. You know, in fact, I go to the Kellogg's factory 2-3 times a year usually to work on stuff.
You know, Keebler's, they used to have a factory here in Denver. Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Did you used to work there?
Ah,
Oh, man.
Yeah, waiting for that to come.
thank you. I was the Keebler Elvis. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, the
did he-
phone number on their website is 949, and that area code is for Southern Orange County, California.
Okay.
That's just a
Yeah.
The new
that's
number
the corporate headquarters, though. Yeah.
created, I guess, created in 1998 when it split from the 714 area code. It covers cities like Irvine, Newport Beach,
Fascinating.
Laguna Beach, and Mission Viejo.
Nice.
You know, name something that's not as good as it used to be, and you bought them, and you're disappointed as fuck. Combos. I used to like combos. I don't know.
Cheez-Its. Cheez-It. I remember them being unbelievable.
There's another one I don't know.
And they're only okay, you know? They're only
Yeah.
okay.
The filling isn't as big anymore. I noticed. That's the
Okay.
first thing I noticed. There used to be a lot more filling involved
Oh,
here.
okay. No, I don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know combos?
Oh, combos. Okay.
They came out a while back.
Yep.
It's basically short stuffed crackers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's like cheese and crackers in a different shape, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah,
remember, Rich used to make those little, or even Cheez-Its, it feels like, used to have the little sandwiches. Well, actually, lots of companies made them where you had cheese in the middle of 2 crackers,
Yeah. Oh, bread, no.
and you bought them in a little pack, and there's like 8 of them in there or something like that.
Yeah.
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 Pizza rolls. That is something that is very disappointing now. You buy pizza rolls, you think, I used to love pizza rolls. You throw them in the microwave or the oven or whatever, you pull them out, and you're like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Fascinating.
Yeah, the fillings, they don't do
Lance
filling anymore.
makes those crackers. That's what that. Yeah, Lance.
Yeah, Lance. Well, Keebler does too. If I remember correctly, Keebler has them. There's quite a few. Art used to make them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Don briefs.
I've only ever had the Lance.
Then he
I
went to
can't-
work
I
for
can't
Rice
get
Krispies.
Boxes
Rice
are too
Krispies,
uncomfortable.
Yeah. I was Snap.
Oh, really? You look
Yeah.
like Snap, actually.
Mhm. Yeah.
Crackle and Pop used to get into it with it, didn't they? There's a
Yeah,
little bit of a
right.
homosexual undertone there.
Crackle was an idiot. He's kind of an ass.
Yeah, well,
Hmm. Yeah, we're always getting in fights with Captain Crunch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rich
probably a lover's quarrel.
Yeah.
does the cheese sandwich
He's not even
crackers.
a captain.
And
I
so
mean,
does Keebler.
let's put he's got the boards on the shoulders and he's got 3 stripes on his collar. What the hell? I mean, is he a captain? Is he an admiral? Is he a commodore? Who knows?
Is he a fictitious character? Who knows?
Yeah. Everybody is trying to figure out what rank is Captain Crunch? Is he really a captain?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need to find.
I even tried the other flavor.
Cheddar cheese.
Oh, Reese's makes peanut butter filled pretzels.
Nice.
That sounds pretty good.
Who knows? You'll get them and they'll be like, you'll be like me right now going,
Yeah. No
So does
big deal.
Snyder's of Hanover makes them too, but they look like little pillows.
Okay.
those are good. The Snyder ones I buy all the time.
Snyder's makes good products. Snyder's.
They come in a big ass jar thing, like a plastic thing.
Mhm.
Well,
Got that all done. I just had some leftover pot roast.
Nice.
That was good.
from last week,
Yeah, it lasted all week because I had 2 big tubs full, and that's a tub is usually 2 meals for me.
Okay.
You know, one of those not Rubbermaid, but Tupperware tub.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'd have them.
I thought it was like those. I can't believe it's not butter tubs or.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, now it's down to mostly potatoes.
They are from Hanover, Pennsylvania. No shit.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I thought so. I always thought so.
Who Snyder's? Yeah.
Yeah, Snyder's of Hanover. There was a guy. It started with a guy with a truck, and Harry Warheim began in 1909. Began producing old time pretzels. Spelled oldie, OLDETYME, pretzels.
Mm.
Yeah, and then in the early 20s, Grandma Etta, EDA, and Edward Snyder II began frying potato chips in a kettle at their summer home, and they sold the snacks door to door at fairs and farmers markets.
Get your kettle chips here. Kettle chips.
Meanwhile,
Be
their
kinda
son
cool.
William V. and wife Helen were making angel food cakes for local stores. 1924, the family united forces as Snyder's Bakery, where they made everything from angel food cakes to fresh noodles until automated snack production process took over. That's the
All right.
Yeah.
But did they make drones?
No.
That's what I like to do. Yeah.
No, there's a lot of companies like that, though. Bill is right. I mean, it's amazing when you look back on some of these companies and how they started. Myers, I don't know if you're familiar with Myers 50 Acres around there. It's a kind of a supermarket chain. And just where they started, and just a lot of these companies. It's like
Well,
interesting.
Nintendo started as a playing cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that before, actually. I didn't know that for a fact. I had read it. I didn't know that was the actual case. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, like companies like Suzuki or Honda, when they started making something that has nothing to do with like Yamaha. I think they make sewing machines or some more shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like Singer and Yamaha. Yeah.
Yeah, or something like that. And it's just like, what the hell? Samsung, I think they started making like some off thing. I don't even know off the top of my head, but it was some just product, like pots and pans or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just something you never would have considered. Now they make ships and buildings and TVs and whatnot. Samsung's huge. How about them drones, Art? You wanted to talk about the Mavic 4, didn't you? Oh, no,
Yeah,
you kind of started with something.
Yeah, we started talking about the Mavic 4, and you said it was coming out on the 18th of May?
13th. 13th.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Friday
the
the 13th. Yeah,
I know it's more like Wednesday the 3rd or
Yeah.
Tuesday the
Tuesday or Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Friday of that week is the 16th.
Yeah.
You nut. But anyway, yeah, it's just gonna be an interesting release. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a little bit of a cluck around here, but that's that it is what it is. I think people are like, it's gonna be a horrible release. Whoa, maybe
Yeah,
here,
you are correct.
but everywhere else in the world they'll get them, no problems. You know what I mean? Pretty much, yeah. Dominic will have his.
Yeah.
Yeah. He only have to pay like a house for it, but he'll have one.
Yeah.
Yep.
He could have bought a car, but
Yeah.
no, they they'll get released everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Around here, we'll be lucky if we get them.
Well, somebody will come up with accessories for it, like what was the name of that prop company that always made?
Oh, Master Air Screw.
Master Air Screws, yeah. Oh, ours are quieter. Ours are colorful. Yeah, so you can see your drone flying. Woo! Maybe Dono will make bumpers for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Call them Red Riders for your Mavic 4 Pro. Yeah.
No.
For her pleasure.
Wow.
Yeah. And
You went all well.
about floaties. There you go. Original Turbo floaties for your Mavic 4. So if you can land on water, yeah. There you go. Take off from water. Yeah.
I'm just hoping that the new controller comes out with it. You know what, Bill? I ain't gonna lie. There's been a couple of days that I've been like, damn, why the hell did I sell my Air 3S before the Mavic 4 came out? There's been like a couple really nice days and stuff. And then someone calls me and goes, hey, can you do this job over here? I'm like, nope. Nope.
You got nothing else you could fly for that?
I got rid of everything. I did a fly through our building for my boss for a video he was sending using the Neo, which actually worked reasonably well. I wish I downloaded the footage.
A Mavic 3 at one point, no?
I did.
Oh, okay.
That's a Mavic 3 2 weeks before it came out officially.
You shouldn't have got rid of that. That's what it... Never mind what you sold me.
No, I was tired of the Mavic 3. That's the only reason why I bought the Air 3S. I just wanted something new. I was just like bored with it. So I bought the Air 3S, and then I missed the Mavic 3 in the sense that the sensor size and everything. I missed the cinematic quality of the footage. So I'll get a Mavic 4 and then I'll be happy.
There you go.
The feature set is right up there. If they had optical zoom, I'd have everything I wanted. That's the only thing it doesn't have is optical zoom.
Okay.
The 4 doesn't?
No, none of them do. You have tele cameras. So you have an extra camera with a 3 times land time.
Yeah.
But it's not a 4/3 sensor, so it's like, yeah, it's not the same.
What about the Mavic 2 Zoom?
Yeah, that's the only one they come out with an electronic zoom on it.
Mm-hmm.
With an optical zoom. They could do it. They're on this 3 camera trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's their design. That's where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it because you can't match. I don't care what anybody says. You can't match 4/3 sensor footage. 4/3 200 megapixel sensor footage on top of it with freaking 1/1/3 3 times or whatever. It's just you can, but it's never as good. It's just not good. It's just not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. We had the chicken salad. It wasn't good. No, I've never used the second sensor on the one I sold Bill. It's got maybe 5 minutes of use on it.
Right, Brett.
You know, just when I first got it, I tried it out, and then I was like, "Oh, interesting. Okay."
I missed the beginning. Did you guys say hello to everybody in the? Did you say hello to everybody in the
He
chat?
kind of did. I don't think he got everyone. Like, you got Nana's Attic
well,
in now,
Brad-
Drone Life.
Yeah, we got Brad, and then we have Drone Life RC, who is,
It's gone.
and Dominic doesn't know. It's not
Chris?
Nick. We already know that FTFO is Nick.
It's Chris.
So,
Could it be Chris? Something like that?
Chris.
It's Chris.
Chris,
Okay.
okay.
Chris,
We'll go
yeah.
with Chris. Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Mr. Kitty, I think you see
your
that.
show,
It's
and
from Georgia. Georgia.
yeah. Mm-hmm. You got Brian.
Actually, he was kind of famous a couple of meetups ago. He came down with his car all covered with all kinds of words and stuff. You know, on my way to the written all over the vehicle. Like he pulled in and on the glass, on the side glass, like everywhere. There was like it was like like a wedding, so kind of
A
thing.
wedding or graduation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he have the
Mhm.
tin cans rolling off the back of the
No,
bumper bar? Oh,
no,
okay.
I don't believe so. No.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why they used to do that. What was
Hey,
the
I
point?
don't.
The cans,
Yeah.
the scare away demons, probably stuff like that.
Yeah.
Almost anything that makes noises from back in the day, where the scare away evil spirits, demons, whatever.
Evil
was almost
spirits,
always
in-laws. Yeah.
Ha! No, probably scare away evil demons because they're gonna go conceive their first child that night. You know what I mean? So they don't want any evil spirits in the area.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Philip.
Anything that makes noises, anything that makes noises is almost always to scare away evil spirits. Almost always.
That's
Or wild
exactly-
animals.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. Tying cans to wedding cars is a tradition stemming from ancient customs meant to ward off evil spirits and bring good luck to newlyweds. The loud noise created by the cans is believed to deter any negative influences and celebrate the happy couple's journey into marriage.
See?
Okay, I can see that. And actually, if it's loud enough, when she starts yakking, you can just, I can't hear you, honey.
He can ward off some of that too.
Sorry, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, didn't you watch Rosemary's Baby? When they got married, they didn't have any cans in the car. And that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Or It Lives. Remember that baby movie?
Now, Chris is right, too, because he says, I think it was to get people's attention. There's another explanation here that says that, to honor and draw attention to the newlyweds, symbolizing joy and well wishes for their marriage.
Well, there you go. That's pretty good.
So,
It Lives, too. It's Alive. That was it. It's Alive. Remember that movie?
Uh-huh.
With the little devil babies that attack people and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a crazy movie. That'll take you off having kids. Yeah, no thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good too. Attention, that's a good one.
So, what's the new action camera that's coming out? Is that a 3D action?
Yeah, the X5.
X5. Uh-huh. Okay, and how does that compare to other 3D cameras?
Are there other 3D cams? I think Insta360 is basically taking over that segment.
Yeah, that's right.
Name me another 360 camera other than Insta360. Don't look it up. Name me one at the top of your head. The GoPro. But when was the last time GoPro came up with a 360 camera? How long ago was that?
Mm-hmm.
The old goats. They're real talkative back there, Grumpy. Those two old dogs back there. Yeah.
Hello, Lloyd.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. They've pretty much destroyed that market. I don't know. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that makes a 360 camera other than it's a 360. There are other ones. I know that. I'm being facetious to an extent, but for real, they've basically dominated that market, the 360 camera market. I don't know. They were talking about DJI coming out with one, and I don't know why they bother. Why get? They've already waded in the action cam market. I don't know why they want to.
Right.
That's such a niche product. You know what I mean? Right,
Hey,
Bill?
How you doing, Lloyd? I wasn't listening. How you doing?
I know. That's why
sorry.
I called you out. You weren't paying any attention.
I know. You're like a good school teacher, when a kid's not paying attention. So what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your position on this, Mr. Romaine?
Blue.
Stand up. Out of your chair.
14.
The Magna Carta. 1873. 4,422.
Well,
Riboflavin.
Roku makes a 360 cam.
Roku still does.
Yep. Roku, and there's all kinds of home security cameras that are 360.
Roku? Are they still around? Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
I use Roku. I have Roku on 3 of my TVs, actually.
Yeah.
No. It's not that Roku.
Roku indoor camera 360 for home security.
Oh, I mean like a running around town action cammy one.
Mm-hmm.
Like the GoPro Max or whatever it's called, and the
Right.
Insta 360, and then there was a couple other ones for a minute there. There's quite a few.
Right.
There was one that was really popular with real estate people. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Right.
So I just can't really. I got a Samsung one somewhere. Here it is. I got this one years ago. Samsung one. It works pretty well.
360 camera, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, here's one. It's by NetSeaGo. It's
This thing's probably 10 years old, I bet you.
there you go.
A minute. Oh. That's like a meeting camera. I mean, I don't know of anyone that, geez, $700 too. I don't know of anybody that, off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody that makes a portable, run around with it like this.
Well, it's it's allegedly 8K, what you're looking at there.
Oh, yeah.
8K.
Probably between the two cameras, it's probably 8K. That's a little game they like to play.
AI
Samsung
power.
used to-
Premium speaker.
Ooh.
Plug and play 1080p. HD 360-degree smart video conference.
So it's 1080p when it's doing 360.
I have Kodak Brownie. That's so funny. There's a blast from the past. Every middle class white kid in the country had a Kodak Brownie, probably.
Never had one.
Well, that just shows you were poor.
True.
Mm-hmm.
No, I bet this is 10 years old. Let's see. Stop it. Look at that. Samsung, baby. See the lights are on?
Samsung.
God damn it. Focus. Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. What was that? Yeah, okay. Oh, there's no SD card.
No SD card. Yeah, there you go. Kind of looks like an eyeball.
I know, right?
Hey, is it CBS? I don't know.
Yeah, got $1.20 on the bottom. There's nothing special about it, that's for sure, but I don't know. It still works. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Anyway,
cool.
well, the Insta360, their main strength, in my opinion, is their app because it helps streamline the editing process. The problem with this and every other 360 camera, God, what is the name? Was Roku the name of it? Oh, well, anyway, all the rest of them, freaking the editing, man. Woof. The editing is just a nightmare.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. And you better have a hell of a good computer too.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like my original Logitech.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this is 540 camera, I believe. Look a built-in shutter. Ooh, look at that. Ooh.
Ooh, you can
And look
probably.
at that. I was trying to read the words. This has got a glass lens. It says so right there.
Woo, woo, woo.
And it's got right sound technology
Oh.
and right light 2 technology. So the light
Oh
is
yeah.
more advanced than the sound, apparently.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, got those little bendy things you could. It's like sticky. I used to smoke. That's how old this thing is.
Mm.
Hell, I mounted this camera on top of my Mavic 2. That's how old this thing is, and flew it around.
Oh God, you could focus it too. It's actually got a. You see that there?
Manual focus.
Yeah, it's got manual focus, man.
Oh
You get it
wow,
just right. You just
that could be handy. Does it have autofocus or only manual focus? That could be a problem.
I really don't know. I haven't used it in years. Still just sitting there. Why should I throw anything away?
No, I'm just as bad. Like I said, one of these days I'm gonna throw away my motorcycle parts for my 2001 Suzuki Gixxer 1000 that I haven't had in 22 years.
Oh yeah, I got
'Cause
I got all kinds of little parts from the different bikes I've had just
Yeah.
sitting in the garage. Oh, this will come in handy someday. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. I
Uh,
got 14 motorcycle jackets hanging in a closet too, at least, and probably a dozen helmets.
You could garb up your own gang.
I know, right?
mhm.
I just hate
Yeah.
to throw them away. Damn it! Those bitches are expensive for one. They were expensive when I bought them. Some of those jackets cost almost $1,000 a pop. I hate to just toss them out, but
Yeah, I got
I don't have any real use case for them.
leather jackets that I don't wear anymore because I moved to Florida. So they just they're too warm.
Shorts and flip flops and
It's like-
t-shirts. That's
like
it.
3 weeks a year, I could put it on without dying.
Mm.
I mean, they're helpful.
Shorts,
if
flip-flops.
it's 60 and you're on the bike, they're good. I mean,
Mm.
they're 60 or you start to get into the 60s and less when you're moving 55 or 60 miles an hour. That can actually feel pretty chilly.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I've even got a couple of vests. Even I got a leather vest and I've got somewhere around here I got a denim vest. I thought denim looked cool, and then I wore it and everybody made fun of me. So
Did it have the frilly arms where it was cut? Oh
not sure.
man. Tell me more, tell me more. Give me more, give me more.
I like denim. I like denim. What's wrong with denim?
I got more denim. I got denim on right now.
Well, more
And
than
my
just-
Scooby-Doo
yeah, everybody
shoes.
wears jeans, but what about denim shirts? You got a denim shirt?
Not anymore. I grew up. I'm just kidding. Nah. You know what I had? That Steve Austin set where he had that patch, where he had the denim shirt and it's kind of a jacket, but more like a shirt, and then the pants and $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember. I remember the
You don't remember that?
I rember $6
Yeah.
Million Man. I don't
Na,
remember.
na, na, na. Oh, hold on.
There's never one of those that wanted to wear what they were wearing.
I love the $6 Million Man. That was my show, dude. When I was a kid.
We can build them bigger, better, faster. Mhm. Now I still have my motorcycle jacket. Let's see, wow, I've had that for almost 40 years.
Where's your motorcycle?
Never had one.
But you bought the
girl
jacket first before you bought the motorcycle?
Well, if you listen, I will tell you the story.
Really?
I was dating this girl, and she gave it to me, and it actually fits too. There you go. So,
Yeah.
snap.
Mark.
Uh-huh. So yeah,
Mofo.
so it was getting all dried out and stuff. So I bought some bag balm and started rubbing it in there and got it all soft and looks pretty good. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So there we go. Now you know the story behind my motorcycles, which I
Awesome.
wear when it gets really flipping cold, because it zips up and it keeps that cold wind off of me. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh, there it is.
What?
Let me see if I can. Oh, come on. I don't want to be sold anything, you fruit cups.
Well, it's welcome all the way back. It's Mr. Dry Bottoms. There we go. Mhm.
Mr. What? Mr. What?
Fancy
This is-
pants. I said fancy pants. That's what.
Oh, wow. What the hell was all that? There we go.
Welcome back, mister.
You gonna keep making fun of me, Mr. I dress like a biker, but I don't really have a bike.
I really don't have.
Ooh, poser.
Poser. Exactly.
Poser.
Oh yeah, Bill. I could get up on a motorcycle. Can you see me right? Maybe one of those motorcycles from the Shriners. You know, I could ride one
Yeah.
of those. Yeah,
That'd be kind of hot, dude.
yeah,
The Shriners pull all the hose, dog.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You could probably ride that scooter I just got. Actually, it's very
You
low.
know what?
seat.
I was just going to say something about that.
Yeah, it's a low seat.
Yep,
You don't have to shift. Just
Yep.
get on steer and twist the throttle.
yep.
That's it.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I was thinking about. Ooh, I could probably handle that. Maybe if you had little training wheels on the side so it doesn't tip over on me at the stoplight. You know.
Well, have you ever ridden a bike at all?
I had a bike once and rode the
But
bike.
did you ride? Were you able to ride it?
Yes, I did
So
ride
then,
it.
okay, you don't forget
Not-
that. You know what that's like? It's like riding a bike.
Okay.
You know, riding a bike is like riding a bike.
Oh boy, I hope I
Tastes
can
like
hold it
chicken.
up.
You know what else tastes like chicken? Chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah, it does actually.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ, I wish this light would change so I don't have to hold this damn bike up. Pull this fucking heavy bike. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there we
You gotta. There's a kickstand. You know.
go.
It's I don't know. If you're putting your feet down to the ground might be an issue. I guess. Might be. I don't know. They're pretty low. In fact, that's like a knock. It's very low. The bike. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
I've seen some e-bikes that I could probably handle riding around.
And as far as scooters, there was a Honda scooter. What was the model? I mean, it was only like 26 inches off the ground this year. It's very because I was looking around for something. My wife.
Spree?
Is that it? Is that a Spree? Is that what it is? It was.
Could be a Spree.
It's a little 50cc. It's
Spree.
small, obviously small, and it's
That's just the mini bike.
no.
There's a Spree, there's a Scrambler, there's
This
a
is
Spree,
This is an older bike, so it might be the Spree.
Hello, Ed.
or it's the one that everybody and their brother
Hey,
had. And I can't think of the name of it
Long
right
time
now.
I say.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I went to all this trouble to find this, and now I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, it's a Spree.
Was it a Spree? Yeah.
Yep, made in the 80s.
Cool.
Cool. So,
As a matter of fact, Art, you could tell the size how small this fucking bike is. Hold on a minute. Somebody's video. I'll show you the holding.
Okay.
Holding picture.
Honda used to make ATCs.
well, yes. The three-wheelers.
Yep.
And then a million people got killed.
Yep. That's right. Oh yeah.
Finally.
Oh
You see
yeah.
you see how small it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
And it's light enough. I could probably hold it up. No problem. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. It takes some level of balance, though. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, motor control, too. I don't know how good your motor control is, Art. If it's pretty good, then yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. I hate to see it, get the wobbles.
Yeah.
All-terrain cycle, Cool Cat. It was a 3-wheeler.
Yep. Yep.
They were
Yeah.
dangerous as hell.
Yeah. I had
I've seen it personally happen.
Yeah.
I was on my
have
4-wheeler
read
and my buddy was on his 3-wheeler. And blah, 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 blah.
I've ridden on one of those.
That's
They're
what happened.
fun. They'll scare the shit out of you. And like,
Yeah, man. I mean, I've seen guys that know how to ride them. They can pretty much ride them, but
Yep.
it's one mistake and
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And then they
Scooters are
went
easy.
to the 4-wheeler and ATVs now.
Right.
All-terrain
All-terrain vehicles.
Yeah.
Yep.
vehicle.
Or
Mhm.
quads.
Quads, yep.
4 wheels.
Unless you're like Ron Lockwood, who likes to ride it next to the edge of the mountain. And I'm sitting there, I think you're getting a little close to that edge there. Shit.
Oh, you want to... I wish I had that video where I could find it easily. We had Ken in a... God, what was that thing? A Grand Cherokee flying down the road in Colorado. And if we were this far from the effing edge, man, I thought Ken was going to lose it. He was upset. My friend was upset. We were on our way to a waterfall. And yeah, man. He was not having it, son. He was not having it. He was upset. We were flying, too. We were in Spin Down. That's when we went to Spin Down. That's right. And
up there by Dillon. Yeah, you were probably right, tooling around up there. Yeah, there's some waterfalls up there. And if you go up towards Empire, there's some. Oh, yeah.
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 There's a scooter.
Yeah, this is a big one, obviously. But you see how low that
that's like a 70, right? That's probably the 70.
But
or the 90.
Motor? It's a 250.
No, the 250. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a 244 if you want to be.
So that's a Helix, then, right?
That's a Helix. That's what he gave me. He gave it to me for my birthday.
Oh, cool.
I know stuff.
He bought it for himself a long time ago. Yeah, this is like one of the original maxi scooters, they call them.
Yeah, see?
Because that
I
thing
know stuff.
This thing will go 70 miles an hour. I don't know that I would go 70 miles an hour with it, but we'll see.
You get the wobbles on those things is the bad part about those
when
things.
you start getting
the
up, I had it up over 55, and I started feeling a little wobble. It's like, that's enough.
Yeah.
Especially
because I
was going down a side street on top of it, which is not the best idea. I mean, if it was a wide open flat highway, I'd give it a shot, But you could take it anywhere, just because of that, But gets about 70 miles a gallon. There is that.
How many?
70.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought you said 7. Yeah, we said to have like a little. I don't know where we stole it from, but we had a Spree. And man, you throw gas in that thing, we'd roll that thing around all week. Yeah. Back in the day, I'm old, right? But back in the day, we're talking $1.50 of gas.
Yeah.
$1.50 worth of gas. You're riding around all week, man.
So
back and forth to school.
Different about this bike too is you see this fat ass.
It's got a huge edge trunk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the motor's here, right below this, like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much right here. So
I think you could store it home underneath the seat.
But for at least from here to here is wide open. It's actually pretty big back there when you open
Yeah, I think you can get a helmet in there if I'm not mistaken.
It's got a locking glove box. So it's a little more than
Cigarette lighter.
No.
I had a better. In fact, I could probably find that picture where I had a Honda. What was it? A 500 or whatever. It had a Vetter on it. A Vetter Dealio windshield. What do you call that? It had a name. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it had a cigarette lighter in it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, here's the Honda.
Shut up.
Shut up. Jesus Christ, who's that clown?
I showed you this little video, right? Did I show you guys this little video?
Yes. No, we're probably not. At least a dozen times. So
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure you
I
have.
made it last Sunday. That's not possible.
Yeah.
Dang it.
But, no, you should
Dang it.
on your
I think I'm gonna go this Sunday and go get it.
Dang it.
I'm gonna go Sunday.
No,
and
he
get it.
didn't show it to us. Dang.
I didn't.
No, I'm sure you haven't.
Oh, I thought
I
I
don't
did.
think
Yeah,
about it.
you were at your dad's house.
Right.
You showed us the video of you tooling around on the little scooter. Yeah.
It's a 250. It's not a little scooter. It's a big
Yeah.
scooter. It'd be a little motorcycle. It'd be a small motorcycle. No, I mean you get yourself like a Honda. What are they called? The little
Goldwing?
250s. No, little 250s. Oh fuck! Somebody in the audience. Help me.
Vespa.
No, night. No. What would it-
Vespa. That was quite the.
Well, I mean,
Anyway,
I think
they got this little 250. They actually train you when you get your motorcycle license. That's what they train you on is 250s, little 250s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those things-
Like a Ninja
Oh,
250?
No,
Or wait a minute, the Honda Rebel?
Honda Rebel. They'd have a couple of
Rebel.
Rebels there. They had a couple of Cows there.
Rebel.
They had a couple. They
See, I know stuff.
Yep, and they were 250s. But I looked them up, and those things only have 16 horses. This thing actually has 19. It's actually got more power.
19.
But I'm sure it weighs
19.
more too. This thing actually weighs.
No,
I looked it up. It weighs just shy of 350 pounds.
19.
But it moves. I twisted that throttle, and I was doing 40 within a couple of properties, couple doors. And I was already up there. Unlike with a 50, where you gotta wait. You give it that turn and just be patient. It'll get there. All right, you want to see it? Okay, here. Hold on a second. Wait a second.
Ha!
Here we go.
Hold on.
Okay.
So you can hear my stupidity. My stupidity. All right, go like that. All right, stop it. That was Dad's, and he just spur of the moment because he realized I'm coming out every so often. I come out and clean it up and make it run again because it sits forever and doesn't do anything. He's ridden it a couple of times since he bought it, and that's it, and it just sits there. So he says, "Why don't you take it? You should take it. Happy birthday, it's yours." And that's how.
Happy birthday.
It wasn't a plan. It just happened. But anyway, here.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Alrighty.
So he show you this. It's
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, here's the Honda Helix. That's right. The best technology 1998 could come up with, right there. There's a 98 or a 99, I forget.
I don't even know.
It's one of the two. I don't think there's a
should
spit's
be-
worth of difference
should
between the
be in
two.
there.
So, turn it on because it's been sitting here for a couple of months. So I did have to take the seat off and do a little, instant tune-up in a can. And then, go like that. And it should just start right up. Oh, and that idle's way too high. Perfect. Yeah. There we go. All right, it's running.
Tell you how much gas is in there?
Yeah. Right there on the left. Oh, it's the bar. Yeah, it's 4/5 full. You see the bar on the left there? Great big bar right
Yeah,
there.
I'm looking at it. Is that full?
Yeah.
Oh. I see red down the bottom. That's why.
Well, yeah, but Dad, you see the bars go all the way up to right next to the full thing.
Oh, I can't read that.
It's in English. I keep forgetting. Here, hold the phone up. pointed towards me. Yeah, make sure you put your hand right over the camera lens like that. That's perfect. Come here. Come over on this on this side right here. And you can. I know you can see it. Put your fingers in front of it again.
Okay. And I'll take a picture of you going out the
No,
yard.
it's filming right now. The whole thing's being filmed. Just hold it. This is video, not the photo.
You look good, yeah.
Do I look good?
Yeah.
On to you. 250 cc's of pure energy flower. This is a 250. This is a little.
I know. Tires look like this. Just be careful, because we don't know how much the air pressure is in there.
Those tires couldn't look any harder than they do right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to film nothing now for a while. So there you go. I mean, that's not like some embarrassing small little, because I'm a pretty good sized guy. And when I have my 50cc, people would kind of, you look silly on that bike. like a bear on a unicycle. But that one's big enough that it's, I think, you saw me on it. That didn't look like small. They're fun. They're easy. And 350 is actually light. You know, it's like my Harley's 900 pounds. I mean, you could toss it. You could. It feels like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And they're fun to drive. That's all.
Good.
You know, turn the key, press the button, twist the throttle, and you go. Yeah, Randy, it's great. And I'll tell you what, 2 gallons of gas, I'll go to work all week long.
Okay.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is. It's got a floor brake. Yeah, that pedal you saw sticking out of the floorboard there, that's a brake. Yeah, that's the rear brake.
Mm.
Front brake's on the handlebar. Your dad did pretty good as a cameraman, did he? Yeah, after he took his fingers off the front of it. Yeah, he did all right. Should I take your picture? You're filming. Look at that.
I like that. I like that.
Oh,
Hey. Hey. Look at that helmet with the flip up visor back in the day. That's like 86, 87, and that was an older bike I bought used.
Sunday,
The Honda
Monday,
450, 550 maybe. 500. I'm not sure. It barely got out of his own way.
He's not the Fonz, he's the Lons.
Look at the stupid Playboy T-shirt too, with the Playboy rabbit on the front.
Yeah.
I probably had one of those gold horn necklaces, you know, with that bull horn necklace. Remember those?
Well, Mark just sent me something. He said, "Yeah, no, that looks good. That is a Fonzie size bike because the bikes were smaller back then. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You even get the smile and the thumbs up and everything. Yeah. So what is that? What kind of bike is that?
Honda.
No, I see the Honda. What is it? Honda what?
Oh, it's probably a 550 if I remember correctly, or a 500, something like that. Something pretty small. I bet I paid like $400 or $500 for that thing back in the day.
Yeah, that was a lot of money back then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, it was a lot of money to me. That's about 2 weeks' pay back then. 3 weeks' pay.
You know, I tell you, in a 500 or a 550, that'll move you along pretty quick. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The problem is, I went from. Let me see if I can find it quickly, so I don't hold you up on there. I know you're waiting to.
I'm going to show you what Mark sent me.
Mark, show Mark's thing real quick.
Okay, but we're just ogling you. All right.
Oh, I thought you were going to do that. Sorry.
I did.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Right there.
He sent me a link to It said PDF download Honda CN 250 8601 shop repair manual. CN 250
Yay.
MF. But you see, look at him on it. He
Oh,
must be.
wow.
He must
Relax, chilling.
be. He must be small or something. I looked a little bigger than that on that bike, didn't I?
Yeah.
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 But let's see what they got. It's a PDF. There's the bike. Actually, cleaned up. They look pretty good.
Uncle Blind.
I got to clean
Yep.
up.
Ooh.
Ooh. Now, you see, this is newer than mine. This because I forget what year they went to. You see the front brake?
Ah.
It's got
Okay.
disc brakes. Mine has drums front and back.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, they're homely. There's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But a shop manual. See, but you know what? I bet you I could find a place where I could download this. And this is what, 7.82 pounds.
Hey, Dusty. He burns the East Coast through.
I've got a bunch of pages in here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, like I said, fun bike.
Cool.
I'll screw around with it, have a good time with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Nobody owns an Orange County chopper?
No. No, and I'll tell you the truth, those things got to be awful to ride on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard really bad things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awful to ride on, awful to steer and whatever.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, they're more for show, you know, and
Randy
And
Cutter's
I've heard
batteries.
people that bought those, the value just dropped on. They used to be, you know, pretty penny, and now they're like
Right.
a third or 1/4 of what they used to be. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the progression basically.
Oh,
that from that little Honda to that, you know, pushing around almost 200 horsepower on a sub 400-pound bike.
mhm.
You know,
That's
so-
you on that bike?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? No shit.
Yeah.
Who took
Oh,
the
yeah.
picture? It's very pro.
Killboy. This was at Deals Gap in North Carolina. They sit at some of the corners and they take pictures, and then you go on their website and they'll sell them to you, the pictures. So
I think you could have leaned a little more, get that knee a little closer to the pavement. What do you think?
well, in that particular corner, I was just approaching the corner actually on that.
I'm just kidding.
From what I could tell, that's my girlfriend in the background. She rode too.
Mhm.
Give me
Cool.
2 seconds, because I have a better picture of
Look at him
that.
counter steering like a champ.
Oh yeah, man. I got videos of me at the track. I don't have any real pictures. You know what I mean? Is it still sharing? Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
Randy wants to know if you still ride.
No, I haven't ridden in a couple years now. I probably did that come up?
Nope,
Oh, nope, not yet. Hold on.
not yet.
What the hell? Oh, I see what I'm doing. Okay, hang on. Do I have to stop sharing the first thing to change to another thing? Is that how that works?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. There. Let's see, I got the right one now. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's not right. Come on, son. I'm actually usually. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know which one's which.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, just,
71880. 880. And we'll see this one. Yep, there it is.
There it is. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Where?
Oh, here we go. I got it.
Okay.
There we
Yeah. Yeah, that's
go.
me and her. That's her in the background. So
Really? Okay.
yeah, she can ride. You know, it's pretty funny. Hold up. So we're doing this nostalgia horse shit. Hang on a second.
You don't want people selling that. selling those pictures.
Yeah, that's exactly their deal. Here's a nice picture of her from the back. She was not a bad looking chick. I'll be honest with you. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm doing it wrong again. You got me off share? I hope so.
Yep.
I just messed it
There
up.
we-
Okay, there we go. I closed the other tab so it quit being a hassle. Let me see. We'll do one more. Well, I'll do two more because there's
2 more, and then we'll talk about souped
there
up.
she is. Did it go up?
Yes, it's going
Yeah, that's
up.
her. They got a good
Oh.
picture of her.
Cool.
Yeah. She's like 5'11", so everybody called her Barbie.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's why there's gonna be one more just for the
one more. Here
I'm
we
gonna do
go.
one
Okay.
more. This is a Halloween oh wait a minute, I'm doing it wrong. Hang on. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I can do it like
Ron's
this.
back.
Mhm.
Okay, which one's which?
Now I'm getting the hang of it.
That's right. 206. All right. Bam.
Is that
Did
it?
I already do it?
Oh.
Was it a girl?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I
Yeah.
messed up. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
you
back.
did. Okay. Here. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Everybody called her Barbie. She's like 5'11". She was going to school on a volleyball scholarship of all things. She's on the volleyball team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like she's got a couple volleyballs.
Yeah, I know. It's stuffed in her shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice girl.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have dumped her, but oh well.
Oh well. Oh, well, that's how.
Looking back. You can always look back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like a registered nurse now.
Oh, wow. Register. Okay. So how about
No,
riding?
her bike was a 6. Mine was a 1,000. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Riding lawnmower.
Okay, that's the question. They're both Gixxers. Hers was a 600. Mine was a 1,000. So there you go.
Oh, there's Ken Dono calling.
No, not yet. I'm really just waiting because he does it. I swear to God, he sees I'm on live and he calls. And he never mentions the fact that, and you don't ask what you're doing either. That's Ken for you. Drop everything.
Yeah. Oh, we're just talking about you. Yeah, you're rib riders. Yeah, you're making those rib riders for the Mavic 4, right? Yeah. So, Bill, do you have a riding lawnmower?
Yes.
You guys do like races in the neighborhood?
No.
Yeah, you ought to do that.
Huh?
We, back in the day, we used to have riding lawnmower races. The neighbors that had riding lawnmowers, and those were fun. Yeah.
You just adjust the throttle so
Yep.
it doesn't stop, and you just you can make them move.
Yeah.
There's something you can ride around on. There you go.
Okay.
Let me go back. Where'd you find him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is he showing it?
I can make that thing move fast if I wanted to.
Waiting. I don't see it in the link here.
Yeah, the Fireblade. No, that was a Gixxer 600, Mark. The Fireblade is a Honda. I haven't ridden a Honda since that picture. I went to Yamaha. Actually, I bought 9 Yamahas in a row, and then I went to Suzuki. And that was the last bikes I've owned were like 7 or 8 Suzukis in a row.
Kabuki with the Suzuki.
Yeah. Suzuki.
Sukiyaki. Sashimi. Mm-hmm. Bill's intent. I'm finding.
I already downloaded. I already found the manual and downloaded it for free. 218 pages.
Oh boy. There you go.
Yeah. Well, it's got all the torque values in here. It's got all that.
Torque values. Oh God, you gotta know that torque value. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, because that's important.
Saving that.
Because you never know when you're riding down the road and somebody torques you off. Yeah.
Aren't you hilarious?
Oh, he just is. Clearly somebody who's never turned a wrench in his life, I guess. It's good to know these things so you don't screw shit up.
Well, I
You
know my
not all
scruminator
videos on YouTube are completely accurate. Sorry?
Huh?
Not all YouTube videos are completely accurate. They're full of opinions. What were you saying, Artie?
Well, I know my scruminator from my capacitor.
Scrotomator?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, the camshaft flange. You know, it's got to hook up just right with the flange distributor. Yeah. Because if you don't get right, it could really foul up your throttle. Yeah.
Do you know what a camshaft is, Artie? Just curious.
You guys are so mean.
Camshaft is part of where the the thing where the pistons go on and it rotates around and
that's a crankshaft.
Oh, crankshaft. Well, okay.
The cranks on the cam go round and round.
Closes your valves. Whatever. Okay. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Hey, Brenda.
I did one more just because.
Brenda, sorry again to hear about I think it's your father-in-law that passed. Sorry to hear about that, Brenda.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, I can't remember where this is, and I'm not being funny. It's in North Carolina. It feels like it's at the end of Deals Gap, but there's a Blue Sky Highway or the Blue
Ridge Highway.
It's in between Tennessee and North Carolina.
There's a Blue Ridge Parkway.
Okay.
Maybe that's it, Blue Ridge Parkway. But you get to the top of it, and then it's these rocks, and they're all like signed and bullshit.
No.
And bullshit.
Yeah.
It's the bullshit that gets you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it looks like a great place to fly. That looks like a great place to fly.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you.
Excellent fly.
I'm not kidding you. Like, you know that Bill, he's a great pilot.
He's a great pilot. Yeah.
He's one of the best.
He's one of the best.
God, Ray is such an awesome dude, man. He kills me.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
And we got
super nice.
Sunstar.
Yeah,
I can never be that nice. I'm just being honest with myself.
No, you really can't.
I can't.
I can't see
I
that.
couldn't sustain it.
You'd hate yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't sustain that kind of niceness. Man, that's
anyway, it did look like a great place to fly. It did.
It probably is.
It's a secret spot. It's so secret you don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
I can't remember it. I was just looking through my pictures. And I'm like, where the hell is that? I'm being honest. I'm like, where in the hell is
It's
that?
between Tennessee and Kentucky or North Carolina?
It's in between. No, it's in between North Carolina and Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Down. I know a little town called Franklin, North Carolina. Been there, done that. Yeah.
400-pound little cruisers. They were called cafe bikes, weren't they? Cafe racers.
Yeah. Normally, cafe racers have to have straight bars, and then they usually had fairings. Hey, that's what that was called. The veteran. It was like a fairing.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about.
I got weird pictures.
I'm just reading. Oh, Mark's talking about his Yamaha FJ 1100.
Oh yeah, I knew a lot of people that did Yamaha, the FJ bikes. I eyeballed and I ended up getting a VMAX instead. I just for some reason I just wanted that bike more.
I got a
And
couple
then,
of stars for sale. Somebody wants one.
Yeah,
Anybody wants to start riding again?
I could have traded you for that drone. That would have been a pretty good trade
Well, yeah, for you.
for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to just break even or lose a little bit on it, but I don't know why I'm giving up. I haven't even really tried to sell it. I need to advertise it. Stick
Yeah,
it
you
in.
made absolutely no effort to sell it. It's so
I put
funny.
it at the end of my driveway and put a piece of paper on it for a while. Nobody
Did
stopped.
you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's more than I thought you did.
What
I'll
are
be
the
honest
chance
with
the
you.
neighbors are going to happen to want a motorcycle? The ones on down my quiet street, or my dad's. Yeah, no, it was at the end of my dad's driveway too. Both of them were with signs in them when they were both running right. So
You did more than I thought you did. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think you did
somebody told them
anything.
they were going to come over, and they never did. But that was it. That's as close as I came to actually trying to sell it. I was just sticking it outside with a sign on it.
Oh. You know how little I use Facebook? Very little, apparently. I'm like, what the hell?
Every once in a while, I check in, and then I feel guilty because all these people wish me happy birthday, or they send me all these nice messages and everything. I'm like, and I'm not responding to anything because I almost, the only reason I use Facebook now is for Messenger.
Yep. That's it.
There you go, Lon. There's a map of Western North Carolina.
That could be a map. Cool. That could be a map of anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, it does have a logo up there.
Yeah.
At least there's a label.
Got Great Smoky Mountains. And
smoking them up.
Yep, smoking them up.
Smoking if you got them.
Yep.
Why did we show a picture of Western North Carolina?
Well, we were talking about it.
Trying to figure out what mountain or what highway that was, and narrowed it down.
Well, I thought you said you were between Tennessee and
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Let's ask AI what road goes between Tennessee and North Carolina. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, and that's still a lake.
100 roads.
Yeah. Painted Rock. Look up Painted Rock.
There you go. Or Deal's Gap. It was at the end of Deal's Gap.
Deal's Gap? How do you spell that? I've never been there.
Really? You got to go. It's a bucket list kind of thing.
Deal's Gap Motorcycle Resort, home of the Dragon, US 129. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's Deal's Gap. Deal's Gap Motorcycle Resort. Is that where you went?
Yes. At least one of the times. We used to go to Deal's Gap every weekend in the summer, just about. It's like 100 miles away. So we'd ride our motorcycles there and stay in the hotel they had right on the Dragon, a little hotel there. That's probably the resort you're talking about. Looked like little prison cells, quite frankly. They were really small rooms, but they were like $50 a night or something like that. It wasn't expensive.
Oh, we call them the Anne Frank room.
The Anne Frank room?
Yeah. I stayed in one at the condo in Dayton, Ohio. When I did summer. It was actually a pantry. They converted it into a bedroom in the condo.
Deal's Gap is 10 hours and 57 minutes from me.
There you go.
Let's make it bigger. If we could
Let's
figure
make it bigger, better, stronger.
Yeah, Mark. You had my VMAX. I did a lot of mods to it. I put frame supports on it and different tires, of course, and all kinds of stuff to try to get it to corner at least a little bit. And I put a steering dampener on it. It's a little shock you put on the steering to keep it from tank slapping, because that bike was a tank slapping some bitch. The VMAX, you get it going wrong and you catch corner wrong or something. And bap, 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 bap. It was something else. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it. You got Route 28, and then you got 129, but I don't see any.
129. It sounds right.
Yeah.
129 sounds right. We rode all around there because that was the days for me, man. I used to put. Nah, I don't want to exaggerate, but I put. When that bike got stolen, actually, my 2006, it had well over 100,000 miles on it. I did at least 10,000 miles a year on a bike, on a motorcycle, living in Michigan.
Well, 129,
which is pretty good.
What, that's a bike and road. It's nothing but twisties, the whole friggin' road. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great road. I'm no offense to Harley riders, but I can't tell you how many Harley riders. We used to just sit there and watch them crash. There was like one or two corners, and you just know the Harley guys are going to crash because they come around too fast, and they start scraping those floorboards or whatnot, trying to get around the corner, and they shoof, right off.
Yeah, I got to admit, I've
just sit there.
I've actually scraped. Actually, it was my Jiffy stand. That's what Harley called them back in the early 90s. They invented them. People used to just lean their bikes. They used to lean their bikes and motorcycles against poles and shit. It's like, hey, I got an idea. And they came up with the Jiffy stand, which is obviously now a kickstand. But I've scraped that a couple of times. The guy who had my bike before me put shorter shocks on it. I mean, they're only an inch, but an inch is an inch. Makes a difference. Because they come with 13s, and they had 12s on them because he was a shorter guy. I've left them on ever since. But I used to hit it every once in a while.
Yeah, they bottom out and shwee.
Yeah,
they were gone, baby.
I don't ride.
They try to keep up with guys on crotch rockets, and it's like, come on, man, it's two different animals.
That's not as.
I mean, I'm not going to try to run long distance either, like you can on a full dresser, right? You can get on a full dresser and just about fall asleep. You know what I mean? Crotch rocket. I'm not trying to go 1,100 miles on a crotch rocket in sitting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, they're two different things. Yeah.
Yeah, gold wings. Yeah, it's two different things, man.
I have an Ultra Glide Classic, and it's got, it's very comfortable. It's got cruise and all kinds of electronic doodads and thingamabobs, and it's just
ArtCo drones and motorcycles.
I got an oversized. I replaced the seat on it because I wanted a bigger seat.
And souped up lawnmowers.
So I got it's the hammock seat. It's actually got a strap in it so you don't sit on the pan of the seat, the floor pan of the seat. You're actually above it. So allegedly, I think I still hit the bottom. I just stretched that bitch out. But it was either the next step up would have been that inflatable one, but it was way too much money. It was stupid money. Mine was $500. Bad enough,
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna stop throwing videos away. I'm not a nostalgic person, but Jesus Christ, I'm like looking for. I'm like, remember I was saying I used to track my bike all the time, so I got a million videos, track videos. Fuck, I can't find a single one. I think I threw them all out. It's so funny. And then I crashed my YouTube channel, so the ones around YouTube are gone. I put my GoPro on the front and take it to the track. Yeah, in fact, I got videos of me at Deal's Gap that I took off line because there were a few laws being broken. I mean, it was pretty insane. Yeah, that's some pretty insane videos going through there. 25 mile per hour doing about $1.50 through there. So yeah, it was pretty. We used to get away with some serious shit back in the day.
Well, y'all ride up in the mountains up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the scenery and the hairpin turns. Yeah. Too bad you don't have a video of Dobo just screaming like a little girl as you're driving down from.
It was yeah.
A little closer. Yeah, you're too close. Get over.
What the hell are you talking about?
I just like letting him go. You know what I mean? He's having the time of his life, the little guy. I just let him go.
What little sounds and noises coming out of him, you know.
I let the little guy go, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I had pictures of when I got my license. I'll never find them. Running around on that little Kawasaki 250 that they gave me to run on. You know, I endoed it during my class to do this thing where you got to come up really fast and then stop between these two lines.
Oh no!
And
You raise the rear wheel.
I squeezed the front too hard, and yeah, because they told me I
I
wasn't
used to be good at that.
They told me I wasn't stopping fast enough, you know. So no, you could do better than that. I'm between the lines. You could do better, okay? And I just whoa. No, I flipped the bike right over. Yeah, I came right apart.
Nice.
Right over. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's small enough it didn't hurt me. You know, I didn't even get hurt. Bent the bike a little bit. They straightened it out and used it the next day. These are junkers. They just not junkers, but they ran good. But you know, it's not like anybody was worried about it. And they sort of called me Endo after that and say that was great. It stands for End Over Art.
Yep, I knew that.
Yeah, no, I don't know where they are.
Mm-hmm.
How come you guys aren't talking?
About
I'm looking up. I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to find a video. Okay. Anyway, 636. Yeah. I can't find anything. That's sad in a way. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. No, it's Deal's Gap. I don't know. It's something to do with it's probably some guy named Deal or whatever.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Things are named that way. The first settler or whatever. You know, first family, the Deals or whatever. So, anyway, you know, again, the Mavic 4 Pro is going to be interesting. I'm interested in how this is going to go as far as the release. I think it's going to be, you know, some people are just so doom and gloomy, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be much worse than Air 3S. That's my opinion. Not that that was good, mind you, but I don't think it's going to be any worse than that. I don't know what everybody thinks is going to happen. The tariffs are going to be interesting. You know, according to the last news I saw, supposedly they're in talks with China right now as far as the whole tariff situation.
That's what the president's saying, but China's saying they're not going to admit to anything.
Right. So we'll see.
China already low-keyed. Nobody's even talking about it, but they actually dropped some of their tariffs on superconductors that they get from us. So they're already starting to back off a little bit. They need to.
Yeah.
We'll survive. You know what I mean. I mean, businesses are going to drop off, of course, that are totally based on import. But overall, as a country, we'll survive that. They won't. They won't. Their factories are closing up now.
Right. Well, some people, especially get quick rich types, they sink everything into something, thinking they can, make a bundle on selling T-shirts or whatever to the United States, and then this happens. It's like shit. You know what I mean? They sink their life savings in a little factory somewhere with 3 T-shirt presses or whatever on it, and they think they're going to make their fortune or whatnot, and then this happens. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, damn it. So
it's not forever.
I think it'll all get cleared up eventually. It has to.
It's not forever. He says he's already got 200 deals in the works. 200. Yeah.
How many countries are there? Fact check. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no.
There's like 400 countries in the world, I believe.
Not necessarily one per country. Each country, there could be multiple deals per, per
I know,
country.
I'm joking.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
How
we'll
many
see.
countries are there? Oh,
I think about 200, I think.
I think 2 something, I
Countries.
believe.
really? I thought it was like 4 something.
Well, let's find out.
How many countries? I'm doing it. I'm already on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alexis.
Oh
how
wow! When
many?
you're right, you're right. 195. I would have
Close enough.
swore. I
I
would have sworn it
rounded
was more
up.
than that.
I just rounded up.
Oh, okay. Me too.
Wait a
bones,
minute.
How many bones are there in the human body?
200 and
Whole lot.
Oh, why are they counting them like that? That's weird.
And
Anyway.
what are the smallest bones in the body?
Well, why don't you answer the first
Yes.
question first before you move on to the next question?
I don't know. What, finger bones maybe? Ear
No.
inner ear bones?
Inner
I don't know if they're
ear
actually
bones.
bones though.
Cochlea. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
bones. What? 206, by the way. You were close. You were right.
Was
there.
I right about the inner ear bones?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I know stuff, see?
Yeah, you know stuff.
I know stuff. I know some stuff.
Mm.
Anyway.
The smallest human bone in the human body is the stapes. It's located in the middle ear and is part of the 3 tiny bones called the ossicles. The stapes is about 3 millimeters long and is shaped like a stirrup. You've
Yep.
seen those. You've seen those in the pics when they talk about the inside of your ear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a search of what a stirrup is for art. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
I know. I've had 3
I
ears.
think your doctor puts you in first before he starts checking you out.
Yeah, checking you, give you a pap smear.
And what are the names of the other bones?
Names of
They
Joe,
would be the hammer,
Mike,
the anvil,
Steve.
and the stapes. Yep.
and Chuck
Yep.
is one of them.
Vera, Chuck, and
Chuck
Dave.
Bone.
Mhm.
Chuck your boner. So yeah,
Yeah, the stapes. Yep.
oh yeah.
Okay, so I got that right. The average adult human body has 206 bones. This
Yeah, they
number
already have it on there.
Yeah,
You
this
guys
number
listed it like 10
can vary
times.
slightly. Newborns have around 270 bones.
Oh,
They just lose them. Kids lose everything. Which
They
fuse,
lose 7 bones and it cause they absorb them or
Fuse,
something.
obviously.
they fuse,
yeah,
they
the
fuse together.
skull has.
Ew. So your leg actually had like 11 bones and it fuses together as you
I don't
grow
know,
or
but
whatever.
I don't know about your legs,
Or whatever.
which fuse together as they grow. By adulthood, most of these bones have fused, resulting in the 206 bone count. And it's important to note that some sources may list a slightly different number, such as 207 or 213. This is due to variations in counting methods or the inclusion of small accessory bones.
Oh.
Accessory
Bones.
bone.
Bones.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Small bones matter.
Exactly.
Yes. small bones.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
Art
if
would,
it was, you
otherwise
know.
Art would have 6 bones. I mean, that'd be it. You wouldn't.
yeah. What the hell? That's the same people that decided Pluto wasn't a planet anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, God, what a bunch of dicks.
They are. and
know?
it's funny. I wonder why that bothers me that they did that. And then I think, why does it bother me? Who gives a shit?
Well,
But we grew up learning that there was 9 planets. And now they say,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Now
Now
They
they're
just
saying there is.
arbitrarily
There's another
decided,
one
nah,
out there.
it's not a planet.
They
well,
said there's
part of the reason why they knocked it out is because it's not on the same plane as all the other planets, because it's in a different orbital plane around the sun.
nothing to do with it. You're making shit up.
Nothing to do. You're making shit up.
Go look it up.
Nothing to do with it.
He looked it up. No, what's that got to do with
I
anything?
see that girl on Facebook. She always does.
Then I concede.
Yeah.
Just because there's some girl on Facebook.
Oh, some bimbo on Facebook says so.
Amy something.
Title.
Wow, that is funny.
Amy title, yeah.
All I typed was "why isn't," and I stopped because Art was saying something ridiculous. And what the very first choice, the drop down that pops down when I start typing, Why isn't Pluto a planet? And I haven't searched for Pluto. I don't
It's
know.
listening.
Is it
You're
why-
watching Pluto porn,
I
probably.
mean, why isn't and then Pluto a planet came up automatically? Is this thing listening to me or something?
Yeah, it's listening.
Yep.
Come here, boy. Come here, Pluto.
Pluto is
Watching
not
Pluto
considered a
porn.
planet because it doesn't meet the third criterion for planetary status, which requires a celestial body to have cleared its orbit of other objects. What the fuck's that mean? While Pluto does orbit the sun and has sufficient mass to be a round dwarf planet, it exists in a densely populated region called the Kuiper Belt,
Kuiper Belt, yeah.
which many other ice bodies reside. This makes it gravitationally dominant in its immediate vicinity, which is not the case for a true planet. I think that that's just bullshit. To be honest.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I don't. Yeah, we got the moon. What about Jupiter? What about fucking
If it
Saturn?
resides in the Kuiper Belt, who cares? It resides. What's that got to do with anything?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't clear its lane. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess. That's,
Well,
What about you, elitists?
but then they say there is a ninth planet, another planet beyond Pluto. Well, why is that a planet? That's got to be right smack dab in the middle of the damn Kuiper.
Well, I hear what Kitty Cat's saying though. He's saying there are larger objects than Pluto in the Kuiper Belt, but are they round? Because there's plenty of larger asteroids than there's probably a larger asteroid than the Earth. Not necessarily an asteroid belt, but you know what I'm saying. I have no doubt there's an asteroid somewhere in the vast universe that's larger than the Earth. Does that no longer make the Earth a planet just because there's asteroids that exist that are larger?
All right. The IAU defines a planet as an object that, one, orbits the sun. Doesn't say what plane it's using, just orbits the sun.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Man.
Mr. Man has sufficient mass for self-gravity
Yeah,
to have pulled it into a near round shape.
yeah.
Mhm.
Right. So that's 1 and 2 are good. And 3 has cleared its orbital path of other objects.
Well, that's where it's fuckered up.
Yeah, I guess. And I want to know who invented that third one.
It's a big cross on that, the last one.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it's somebody who gets really upset when their neighbors don't shovel their driveway. I guess in the summer.
Yeah, they no longer have a driveway.
That's it. That's not a driveway.
Yeah. No, it's not cleared.
Yeah.
No, and the fact that they're on a different plane, isn't the Kuiper Belt on the same plane as our planetary rotation or orbit?
You know what? I'll look that up.
It is. Because you got the Kuiper Belt objects, the KBOs, just outside of that. And then you've got the Oort cloud, which is the bit that goes around it further.
Right.
Yeah.
So with Pluto going that way,
Yeah, because
or is it a
its
sphere?
orbital plane is different.
Hey,
to
for
the
all you
rest
know,
of the eight.
Pluto's a badass, and those were all bigger. That Kuiper Belt might have been like 7 planets at one time, and Pluto just smashed the shit out of it.
Smashed them up.
Yeah.
Yo, what? What?
So that's the Kuiper Belt
FAFO,
around it.
bitches.
The Oort cloud is-
Eventually it's going to clear all that out of there. So give it time; it'll be a planet. That's right.
Yeah, so as soon as it clears its orbit of debris, then it gets to be a planet again. All right, fine.
I guess.
Fine. Hold my beer, says Pluto. I'll show you what's up, dog. I'll show you what's up. Nah, it's all good. Nah, I don't. I'm with you, Bill. Who cares, really? It's interesting to talk about, but it's not that important.
Yeah, I mean, well, I was making fun of myself kind of because it bothered me too, and then I thought about it. I said, why does that bother me? Who gives a rat's ass? Oh, we only have 8 planets now. They're shrinking. They're dropping off. What happens if Mercury gets pulled into the sun? Then we'll have 7. What's going to happen then? Mercury's the first planet by the sun, by the way, Art. Just,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
And then Venus. With a
Venus.
V, Venus.
Yeah.
Venus, not penis.
I know,
Messiah.
and how things sound to you sometimes, but yeah.
Right.
Then Earth. We're the third rock.
And the problem with Venus is they had too much global warming. So
Yep.
they are the
and very strong atmospheric pressures too.
so you got they're the ones that they're kind of giving us our future if we don't straighten up. Because the Venusians used to all drive Tahoes and V8s.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they didn't care about their environment.
And then look what they did.
And this is where they're at. 400-degree days.
Because they didn't switch over to Teslas.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
No.
They didn't
You
have
can't drive Teslas. We talking
You're not
about
allowed to drive a Tesla.
no.
You don't drive a Tesla. Tesla drives you.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that's not acceptable. Not acceptable.
Tesla owners are Nazis. I'm going to buy a Volkswagen.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, snap.
What's your face? Did that? An actress.
Milano?
Alyssa
Milano or whatever.
I
Man, she used to
sold
be
my
hot too,
Tesla.
dude. Oof.
Oh yeah, still pretty.
Yeah, man.
I sold my Tesla and got this instead. And you look, and it's a fucking
Volkswagen. It is pretty funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
Boy, you're a
That
dumb
is a funny thing. And she's not the first one to say that either. That's the
Here's
funniest
what's bad
part.
about that. It's
Other
bad
people
enough-
said it.
It's bad enough because she's young. She doesn't know better. But what about the
Not
people
young,
that-
man. She's like 50, 60 years old. Alyssa Milano?
I don't think she's
She's
out.
got to be 50.
No.
She's
You
in
gotta
her
be 50.
50s.
Yeah, I reckon
She's got to be 50.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
Let's
but
see.
even
Let
if,
me
she,
find out
even
right
if
now.
she's a
I'm
dumbass,
curious.
what about the people around her? I didn't somebody mention to her you're going to buy a car from a company that was basically started by the Nazis?
Her bio says she's an activist. Yikes. Right off the bat.
Mhm.
What? Come on. 52. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop,
Is she?
See, I know stuff.
You know stuff. Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh, she's just dumb then. How about that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Stupid. Stupid has no age. How old are you, Art, by the way?
BMW
No, but for
started
real,
out
though.
building engines for Nazi
The
aircraft.
Luftwaffe. Yeah, the Luftwaffe. Yeah. All German brands were involved in World War II.
Sure,
in
they're looking to make a
support
dime.
of the Nazis. They had no choice. It had nothing to do
They
with
had no choice,
money.
but they still had to
Yeah.
make money. They had to keep their
Yeah.
doors open.
Yeah. And the same can be said for our industries, and the same can be said for England's industries, and the same could be said for Italy's industries. Alfa Romeo made, what not for Mussolini.
Well,
Russia, Stalin's, Russia's industries made stuff for Stalin.
Sure, Ford.
You know what I mean?
Ford made Liberators and tanks.
So
Chrysler,
About
made,
Airbus.
Chrysler made tanks. American Motors.
what were
made
the origins of Airbus?
Ooh, you can look it up. Did you already look it up?
Oh,
I like it when he
I
looks
know.
up stuff and then he acts like it's a new question. And he goes, he's already looked it up. I bet you guys know the origins of Airbus. I just happen to know.
German aircraft companies from World War II. Yeah.
Airbus? I did not know that.
Lumiere, Junkers, Heinkel.
Heinkel, I'm aware of.
I know what Junkers and Heinkel is, but what was Airbus called during World War II? It wasn't called Airbus, was it?
No. What happened was all those German companies, they all start, forming their own companies, and then those other companies got together and eventually formed Airbus. Yeah. So their origins go all the way back to World War II.
And probably before.
I would like to believe that before. They were probably smaller enterprises. Same thing with Japanese companies, though.
Yeah.
The company that made Zeros makes stuff right now.
Yeah,
That people buy. So
It's Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
No one's clean. That's for
Nope.
sure.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 10 minutes left.
I know. I was just thinking that 10 minutes. 10 minutes. We're on the home stretch, fellas.
Tomorrow.
10 minutes.
Tomorrow. Yep.
You do?
Oh, by the way, looks like I'm going to be moving down the hall.
Yay.
Yeah.
Does he get a boyfriend? Oh,
The guy that has the 1-bedroom apartment down the hall, he got approved to move to his new apartment. So, hopefully.
What's this long, lengthy approval process you got going on there in Colorado? You know, I mean, you can do a background check in 10 minutes. You know,
well,
background
have
check,
to make sure
background
you're
check,
approved.
and your money's good. Okay, there you go.
Well,
Good.
if you're Section 8, you got to jump through hoops and shit.
But
You're
that whole
Section
complex
9
is
in my heart.
Section 8.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a Section 8 house across the street.
And, well,
There you go, Art. You
this
can move
is-
across the street from Bill.
Well,
You'd
yeah,
love
there you
that.
there's already too many people living there because that's what happens. You know,
Oh,
get
yeah.
approved-
This
get
right
approved
here.
for the single mom with the 3 kids, and then 7 people, 8 people live there.
Dude, don't get me started. They had a freaking little African whatever thing going on next door to
African
me.
thing.
Yeah, and I don't give a shit where they're from, but that's where they were from. And it started out, there was like 2 people. They had like 9 people living there, and I'm not exaggerating. In fact, there were so many people living there that they would be parked outside under the carport. I don't know how they had a car, and they would sleep in the car
Oh,
too. I had pictures of the guy. I think I had him on Facebook. The guy kicked back. 2 guys kicked back with their feet hanging out the window, kicked back in the carport sleeping. I'm like, what the hell
Well,
with this bullshit?
those people across the street are actually great neighbors because they don't want any trouble. They don't make any
Yeah,
noise.
they probably never bother you. Yep.
No parties, no loud parties, no nothing. They just, they're
And they
okay.
do sex trafficking too, so that's
And
kind
they're
of good for
okay, they're
you.
nice. There's a young couple that lives there with them. They just had a baby a couple years ago. We're watching
I
a
need
kid.
a sex trafficker to move into my building. That'd be kind of cool.
yeah, that would be. Well, you would know because they'd have the red light on.
Oh yeah. And they have a bunch of girls. Roxanne.
Also, here in the Denver metro area, vacancy rates are up. So prices are coming down. Yay! Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for before my lease runs out. That the vacancy rates are down, so they can quit coming up with lame ass excuses for raising my rent.
Right. Well,
So
now
Art, keep an eye peeled. Don might be here any second.
any second now.
That's his story.
Now.
What is Section 8? Section 8 is government supplemented housing.
Yeah, that's
It's like the dole. It's like the dole, Mark.
no.
Yeah.
A house that might be $3,000 a month ends up being $300.
Yeah.
And we pick up the difference, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Art.
Yeah.
I'm filing you as a dependent next year in my taxes. Buddy.
It's based on the amount of income in the house.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
You don't know what it's going to be, but they base it on the income in the house and how many dependents there are.
Mm-hmm.
That's why these people. That's why a lot of them don't get married. Then you just move in unmarried and play husband and wife, but
There's no incentive.
you don't technically live there.
There's a disincentive, actually.
Yep.
Yeah,
I know people like
that's
that
right.
right now. I know a girl. Oh, go ahead.
I'll still have the same amount of steps. Instead of going down the hall, I just turn left and go up the steps.
And go up the hall.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that. I was sitting there thinking that.
Yeah.
I was literally thinking that.
Going through a doorway and then down the hall and up the stairs and out the door. This way, I just turn left, go up the stairs, out the door. Yep.
So much better.
So much better. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So what does that change your rent? Wait a minute. If you're
yeah.
already Section 8, aren't you paying like just a couple $100 a month or something like that? Not to get in your business, but
No,
no.
it's like $1,400 a month.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Well, it's because he has income, and he
Mhm.
doesn't have. It's
You
just
might as well
him.
quit working.
He does. It's just him. He doesn't have dependents.
Yep.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah, there's that disincentive, man. It's insane.
Yeah, but what would that rent be without that status?
Oh God, it'd probably be 1,700.
That's it. I mean, that's the discount you get. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've seen,
well,
You're living in a
I've seen,
ritzy
I've
spot,
seen much
Bill.
better than that.
I'm comparing it to 2-bedroom apartments of the same square footage. And there are some apartments that have more square footage. They'll be more, like $2,000 up to $2,500 a month.
Right.
Yeah, for a
Well,
2-bedroom unit. Yeah.
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 But that area is not that ritzy rich where you live. I mean,
No.
what's your square footage? 800, 900?
No, I'm just under 700 square feet.
Right.
Where the new place will be a little bit smaller, just minus this room. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And this
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's still
So-
what's that? $20 a square foot or 20? Yeah, it's $20 a square foot. I don't know why I can't do math right now.
So I'm probably going to be right around $1,000 a month at the one bedroom.
Rent must have come down a little bit. This house, according to Zillow, my little 900 under air, 1,200 square foot house, would be $1,924 a month
To buy or to rent?
to rent.
Right.
To buy, $258. $258.
You know, I could do that. I pay almost $1,500 now.
Yeah, $258. But yeah, it seems like a lot of money. I don't know how people afford that kind of rent, man. I mean, because it's a house. That's just the rent. That's not the bills. At least with an apartment, you get certain things included.
Yeah, that's right. Like
what?
Trash removal,
water.
No, they charge me for that.
Yeah.
Water,
Trash
electric, trash
removal.
are included.
Yeah. Well, it depends.
Internet,
I've gotten apartments where the fucking electric. Well, that was just a little place. The electric was included, but
Good
that's
point,
not.
Steve.
That's definitely not usual.
Electric? Yeah, that's not usual. I've had the heat included in places before.
Well, what that tells me is when they converted this barn into a couple of rental, apartments, that they didn't.
Steve wants to know how much
They
in
never
the
put a meter on it because then they'd have to claim it as rental income. You know what I'm saying? It was probably a little.
Right.
3-bedroom house in the Philippines is $300 a month.
To rent?
Yep.
Hell, let's go live in the Philippines real quick, Bill. Oh, that's right, you're married and shit.
She doesn't want to go there.
Yeah.
I got enough money right now. We could go live for about 2 years at that rate.
Mm-hmm.
Easily, maybe 3.
Oh, you could
Fuck it.
find
Let's
a
go.
really nice apartment in Manila for like $500 a month. $500-$600.
Oh no shit! 2492. I live in 2320. So the next block over. Oh, and it's Marius, which is the next street over. Same size as mine. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 900 square foot under air. And I'm looking at it. It's the same design. So it was the same builder that built all these homes. It just sold for $310,000.
Oh,
There you go, Bill. Sell your house real quick.
It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then what do you do with it? What do you buy? You know what I mean? It's.
No, we're moving to the Philippines.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Didn't you hear me? We're out of here, man.
You're married to a Filipina. You could buy the property there,
That's
build
true.
a nice house
She doesn't want to
with
go.
solar. Get a nice deep well, so you got your water. Get your septic tank. Boy, you can live off the grid pretty much. Get your what is that? What's internet. What is that? Skylink. Yeah. Or Starlink. Yeah, it's Starlink.
Close enough.
Skynet.
Yeah, Skynet.
All right, you're
Oh,
over time.
thank everybody in the chat for coming. Hope you enjoyed the show. We talked mostly about motorcycles
Yeah.
and occasionally a
biscuits.
drone here and there. So and tariffs. So you all have a great weekend. Don't forget Bill's show tomorrow night. You'll see the same shit tomorrow night. So with more people. More people, yeah. Mark R. White may be there, and we may have Alexis, and who knows who will show up. Maybe Don will show up. So have a great weekend. Take care. God bless. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.